The world, right now, is on a razor's edge. You can feel it. From long simmering conflicts that are about to boil over, to massive arms deals that are literally redrawing the map of power, the pieces on the global chessboard, well, they're moving faster than ever. The date today is March 27th, 2026, and what's happening right now is sending ripples across the entire globe. We are seeing military acquisitions on a scale that could reshape dominance in a region for decades. And at the same time, old conflicts are erupting with new and dangerous threats. The ground is truly shifting beneath our feet. Stay till the end because some shocking things I am going to reveal in this explainer. Now let's get into it. So here's what we're diving into today. We're going to start with India's historic military spending spree, a move that has massive implications for the entire region. Then we'll pivot to the Middle East, a powder keg that's on high alert. From there, we'll turn inward, taking a hard look at Pakistan's deep-rooted crisis in Balochistan, before uncovering a new and frankly disturbing terror tactic. And we'll end by paying tribute to those who stand on the front lines of it all. Okay, first up, India's massive defense overhaul. And listen, this isn't just about buying some new toys. This is a fundamental statement about the country's strategic ambitions and how it's responding to an increasingly volatile neighborhood.
Let this number really sink in for a second. 2.38 lakh crore rupees. I mean, that's over 28 billion US dollars. This is the value of new military proposals just approved by India's Defense Acquisition Council, headed up by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. This isn't just some line item in a budget. It's a loud and clear signal that India is preparing to project serious military power.
So what does all that money buy you? Well, it buys incredible strategic depth. You've got the BrahMos missile, now with a new 800-kilometer range, that can strike command centers and critical infrastructure deep inside enemy territory. Then you've got more S-400 units, which are designed to create this almost impenetrable air defense shield along contested borders. It's basically a giant no-fly zone you can turn on. And then there's the Ghatak drone, and this completely changes the game.
The key to the Ghatak is its design. It's a stealth flying wing UKV. Think of it like a robotic bomber that's practically invisible to radar. This kind of technology lets the Indian Air Force carry out incredibly high-risk missions, like hitting heavily defended targets, without ever having to put a pilot's life on the line. This is a major leap into next-generation warfare.
But you know, it's not all just about the big-ticket items. Two other really important contracts were signed. A deal for more Russian Tunguska systems gives India's armored columns a mobile, self-propelled shield against the very modern threat of low-flying drones and attack helicopters. And at the same time, a contract with Boeing lets the country's P-8I submarine hunting planes get maintained right there, in-country. That is a huge boost for operational readiness and self-reliance.
Okay, let's pivot now because this picture of global tension, it gets wider. We're shifting our focus to the Middle East, where the situation is escalating at a frankly alarming rate. Just look at this number. In an operation being called Epic Fury, the United States military has launched over 850 Tomahawk cruise missiles. That is a staggering amount of firepower to unleash in one region.
And they did it in just 28 days. That rate of fire is almost unheard of in modern conflict. To give you some perspective, that's nearly a quarter of the US Navy's entire stockpile of these precision missiles gone in less than a month.
And this rapid burn rate has analysts like Mark Kanzian sounding the alarm. The big concern here is that this one conflict is eating through America's strategic reserves, which could potentially leave it vulnerable if another major crisis kicks off somewhere else, especially in the Pacific. And the diplomatic tensions? They are at a fever pitch. The US has given Iran a stark ultimatum: reopen the Strait of Hormuz by April 6th or face attacks on your energy infrastructure. And to make things even more volatile, a strike today landed right near the Pakistani embassy in Tehran. In response, Pakistan issued this thinly veiled warning to Israel, saying Pakistan is not Qatar, a crystal clear reminder to the world that they have nuclear weapons. Now, while Pakistan is dealing with all these external pressures, it's also confronting a severe internal crisis, one that's been simmering for decades. We're talking about the conflict in Balochistan, and today's date is deeply significant to its history. On this very day, March 27th, way back in 1948, the formerly independent state of Kalat was annexed by Pakistan. Now, 78 years later, the conflict isn't just ongoing, it has intensified.
The government has had to resort to things like internet shutdowns and closing schools just to try and quell dissent, and really serious allegations of war crimes are starting to surface.
And if you want to know just how bad things are, listen to this stunning admission. This isn't from some rebel leader. This comes from Pakistan's own defense minister, Khawaja Asif. When a top official in your government admits that the insurgents are better equipped and more motivated than your own soldiers, that tells you the state is facing a potential breaking point.
All right, let's bring our focus to internal security now, because a new and deeply concerning threat is emerging. The tactics are evolving, and they pose a unique and very difficult challenge to intelligence agencies everywhere.
Indian security agencies just dismantled a major terror module with links to ISIS and Al-Qaeda. And look at the spread of this network. It was all across the country, from Rajasthan in the west clean over to West Bengal in the east. Investigators found out that suspects like Zishan, Saida Begum, and Abdul Salam were being radicalized through really unconventional ways, like gaming apps, a method specifically designed to fly under the radar.
But here's the part that is really chilling. It's the new tactic they were using: identity mimicry. Operatives were disguising themselves by adopting Hindu cultural symbols, wearing the tilaks, the sacred threads, all to blend seamlessly into communities. It's a classic wolf in sheep's clothing strategy, and it allows them to conduct reconnaissance for attacks without raising any suspicion. It's a calculated and very dangerous evolution in terror tradecraft.
So as we sit here and analyze all these complex threats, from nation-states down to lone operatives, it's absolutely vital that we remember the human cost of security. All of these strategic discussions, all this planning, it's all made possible by the bravery of the individuals who actually stand on the front lines.
And so, on this day, March 27th, we honor the memory of Havildar Pinku Kumar, Assistant Commandant Penny Chowdhury, Major Natwar Singh Shakatawat, and the many unsung heroes of the Assam Rifles. It is their ultimate sacrifice that provides the shield behind which a nation can build, plan, and try to secure its future. And that really leaves us with this one final, lingering question. We've seen nations spending billions on advanced shields to guard their borders, but at the exact same time, we're seeing these deep internal fractures, these clandestine threats that technology alone just can't defeat. It forces you to ask, in this new era, where does the real danger lie?
These are the flashpoints shaping our world today. To continue making sense of these critical global developments, make sure you subscribe for our latest briefings. Thank you for watching.